All right. What's going on, my beautiful people? This is Pilo with Digital 262, and you're watching Elite Talk.
Let's get active.
All right.
I like that.
What's that drink? Let's get back. What's our drink? I mean, did he invite us to have a drink too? I mean,
did he give her the memo?
I just tell you.
Oh man.
Well, what's going on, my beautiful people? Welcome to another awesome episode of Elite Talk. I'm Pilo, and I am here with three very, very amazing people. But first, let me introduce my man TJ. What's going on, TJ?
What's going on, everyone? How's everybody feeling today?
Yeah, what you been up to, man?
Here, man.
You know me, same old, just sipping, you know.
What you drinking, man?
Just a regular smuggler Cosmo today, man.
Just a regular Cosmo?
That's it, man. Something light, nothing too crazy.
That looks good. All right, in this corner, we got my man, JOC. What's going on, Jay?
How we doing, man? Episode 4, man. Super excited, man. I think this is going to be a really good topic today, so
episode
look forward from
4.
hearing from all of you guys.
Yes, sir. What you been up to, Jay?
Man, not much, man. Trying to stay focused at the gym, get that paper up.
Oh, yeah.
The usual, the same old.
The usual, yeah.
Unlike TJ, I'm just drinking, some water.
Yeah, I mean.
Gotta keep it simple today.
Oh, God. So we're not going to hear much from him today.
Oh.
All right. So I want to introduce you to a very, very, very important, probably one of the smartest people I know. I want to introduce you to Miss Kami Grayson. What's going on, Miss Grayson?
Hello, everyone. I'm still trying to figure out who he's talking about. I mean, every time I come on his show, he's talking about somebody. We're just trying to find who that person is. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Appreciate you for coming.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a while. You have
Got
no
a new
idea.
face?
Yeah.
Jay over there?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It's been a while, Kami. We're very, very happy. We're very, very excited to have you on this podcast today.
Thank you. Thank you for thinking about me and having me on the show.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
To TJ up there,
Just water, too? Y'all gonna make me look like an
You didn't
alcoholic.
tell nobody about the drink.
I'm with you, Jen.
See,
Cheers, my friend.
Yeah.
I look like water, too.
But
What?
My friend is not.
Hey, he put
not
ice
water,
to make
my
it look fancy.
You know,
right?
I should have had 11 on there.
It's enough liquor in this for all 4 of us. So I got
There we
you.
go.
Okay. I'm a lightweight anyway, so yeah.
We got 2 lightweights today. But in this conversation, I'm sure they're going to be heavyweights. But Kami, I want the people to know who you are. I want the people to know what you do. And, tell us a little bit about yourself, Kami. Where you're from? What is it that you do?
Okay, I am originally from Dallas, Texas. I am a business owner. I own 3 businesses. And I still work full time. So believe that. I own 3 businesses and I still work full time. We're sitting here right now in my podcast studio that's located in Virginia Beach. And we also have Street Grind Entertainment. We have Beats by Bro. We have Kami's Closet and SKSG Radio Podcast Studios. And now we're moving more into our graphic department. So now we got the Kami Grayson PR agency. So all the graphics that you guys see in our podcasts and I'm doing songs now with AI. AI has just been my best friend.
Oh, yeah.
And so I am making money doing AI. I teach AI classes. So if anybody want to hook up with us, we do AI classes as well. So that's who I am.
So, Kami, first of all, where are you hosting these classes and all this stuff?
So I'm hosting the classes locally here in the studio. We have a conference room, so I'm hosting I'm doing 10 free classes. So I'm at number 5. So you got 5 more classes free, but then you can also get online because we have an online presence as well. So you can also join us free online for the next 5 classes, but it's the
Nice.
basics. We just wanted to make sure that no one is left behind, because everybody think the computers are going to take our jobs, and they're scared, and I don't want people to feel that way, because
Absolutely.
I'm having a lot of fun. I'm doing book designs, all kinds of cool stuff that you can do, and I'm trying to teach and bring everyone up. I don't want no child left behind. I don't want anyone left behind and feeling like they're intimidated because they can't do AI. I mean, it's an everyday thing now. I mean, I type all day long, and I have tripled my productivity
Yeah. Yeah.
from AI. And so I want to teach people that, so that, they can draft a letter and don't have to worry about this. I write songs. Now, picking them out like crazy.
Yeah,
And so I want you to be able to do that as well. I mean, if it doesn't cost you anything, and you will feel good about yourself and don't feel like our robot is going to take our job. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
So, I want you to feel like you're a part of this world.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Kami, thank you again for joining this podcast. For those that don't know, Kami is every podcaster's. This is what we strive to be. Is like Kami, because Kami has her studio. She showed me her studio, and her podcast studios are amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, it makes mine look like small potatoes. I mean, it looks amazing. I really love how you set up everything. So, Kami, thank you for coming on the podcast. If you guys want to know more information about Kami's business, what she does, and what can she do for your podcast, I'll put a link down on the description after the program. So,
Well, thank you.
gentlemen,
Appreciate
ladies, let's get right to it.
it. Uh-oh.
Let's get
So
active,
today,
baby.
let's do it. So today, the subject is going to be. So you guys are waiting. It's going to be men only marry for one thing. Men only marry for one thing and one thing only. That's the subject. Now, if you agree, disagree, please write it down in the chat. We will be more than happy to read your comments online. And if you disagree or agree, just write it down. If you have questions, just write it down. So men only get married for one thing. And I want to show a video, and I want us to react to this video. So check this out.
When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He doesn't need your salary like that. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex for multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them these women do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, nurturing, support, affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, this is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, resentful. You start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him. You start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurturing.
So this lady was talking about how men, we don't need a wife. Okay. Now, should I start it, or who wants to be on the chopping block first?
Okay, so let me just go ahead and get started. First of all, she can't speak for every woman. She can't.
Okay.
And every person is its own individual person. I mean, you married your wife for whatever. You married your wife for whatever. You married your husband for whatever. You can't speak for everyone. So that could be her little bubble that she's upset about or whatever, but she can't speak for all of us. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. I mean, TJ, what do you think?
I mean, I kind of agree with her, man. I mean, because like her point is that, a wife, she's like, she should provide a man peace. Like a lot of us, we already know how to cook. A lot of us clean, we get busy with the mop head in the kitchen. We know how to cook. Financially, we could take care of ourselves. We work hard. A lot of us work 12-hour plus days. So we have an abundance of money because we're out here hustling. So it's like, what place does a woman have at that certain point? And it's just like any woman that we invite into our world, into the kingdom that we created, I mean, she has to just she has to nourish us, give us unconditional love, support, make our lives easier, like she can have dreams and passions as well that we support, but all together, I mean, do men need, and like she made a point about sex too, like, there's plenty of women out here. Like, sex is the easiest thing to get.
Yeah.
So it's like, but sex and relationships and marriage are two completely different things. So it's like, I mean, besides that, what else do you have to offer? I mean, we could do everything else. So you just have to provide that essential thing, which is love, encouragement. And then the most important thing that I think she forgot was peace.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
we
peace.
love peace, man. We don't want no type of drama nor BS. So I agree with her.
Y'all falling for this, right?
No, I know what.
Because everything he just said, we women do the same thing, and we want the same thing, and so it can't be one sided, you know. So again, in her little bubble, I think it has to be equal. I mean, I work.
Yeah.
I'm on my grind every day.
Yeah.
Everything you name, TJ, women can equal that.
Right. I don't think he's saying that you can't.
I know, but I'm saying, but I'm saying to make it where solitude is solitude, and this is exactly what you men want. Only you can say what you want.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can say I don't want any confrontation. I just want a man to bring home his money and take care of me and provide for me, and I'll just sit home and buy expensive jewelry and you know, that's all I need from you.
Right.
Your sex sucks,
Here's
so
the
I can
thing,
go
Kami,
to somebody else and get some sex. I mean, come on, it's saying the exact same thing.
I think
honest.
the majority of men want that. They just want peace. They want to come home to peace. You know, because like the video said, and you know, TJ hit it right on the head. You know, we can find ass anywhere. That's the easiest thing we can find. We can pay somebody to cook. We can pay somebody to clean. You know, but it's very hard to pay somebody for peace. So we want to come home with peace. We're out there conquering the world. You know, providing for the family, doing what we do. The last thing I need to do is to come home and battle with my wife or my girlfriend or whatever it is.
Yeah, you know. You know what? Let me say this. And okay, so y'all know I'm very old school, right?
Go in, Elon. Go in.
I'm very old school.
Go in, bro. Go in.
I honestly believe a man does not. How can I say this?
Be careful.
I'm just trying to say this because I know this is gonna bite me in the ass.
Dun, dun, dun,
A man does need to be married, and I'm gonna tell you why. A man does need to be married.
Okay.
And the reason I say that because there's needs and there's wants, right?
Yeah.
And you're right. I think a man can do everything for themselves. They make the money. Okay, and I'm speaking for myself because I was in a 16-year marriage, and for 16 years I paid the mortgage. I paid the bills. I supported everything. The only thing my wife did, okay, as far as financially, was, you know, she had a little job. And don't get me wrong, she worked. She made her money. But the only thing I required from her, I needed from her, was just to, you know, pay little things, maybe buy the kids little clothes, a little food for the house, or whatever. Just little things to help me out. But in general, I paid everything. And you're right. Men can get sex, you know, anywhere. Men can get anything without a woman. Now, but the problem is that we're having, guys, and I think we're missing this, is that a woman brings a different dynamic, right? And in my experience, okay, what my ex-wife used to bring to the table is love and nurturing. So now that she brings love and nurturing, that brings me as a man to a whole different level. So let me tell you guys something about being single. All right, being single fucking sucks. I hate being single. I hate being single. Okay, it's horrible. You know, and I'm not getting off course. I'm trying to get to a point.
Yeah. I know why you're saying that, by the way.
Yeah, every man has this dream, right, of being a bachelor, being single. Let me tell you something. Being a bachelor is only for men with money. Broke man can't be bachelor. Okay? If you're broke, all right, you cannot be a bachelor. The best thing you're gonna get from me is, you know what, baby, let's go to the McDonald's of seafood, which is Red Lobster. To me, that's fine.
McDonald's, Pilo, come on.
No, the McDonald's of seafood, which is Red Lobster.
Not
Red
even
Lobster.
that, man. Come
Not
on.
even that. Benihanas? Benihanas?
Oh.
But the fact is,
He's saying go lower. He's saying go lower.
Go lower. The single life, bachelor life, is not for the broke. It's for the man with money. So what happens with me, I'm a single person now. So what happens with me is that I had to step my game down a little bit. I no longer have those dreams. I no longer have those ambitions I used to have when I was married. So that's why I say, some people say maybe married is a want because men can defend themselves. But once you know that once you're married, you can elevate to that next level, then it becomes a need for me, not a want.
Okay.
Am I making sense?
Which is more important to you?
What is more important to me?
To be needed than wanted.
Well,
To you? Or what are you saying right now, I guess?
What I'm saying is that for me, in order for me to elevate my game, in order for me to become a successful business owner, for me, in order to become, very ambitious, I need that nurturing, I need that love, I need that attention.
Yeah.
You know, when I come home stressed, I have somebody to talk to. I got somebody to rub my head and say it's going to be okay. Which I won't break down. And, it adds a different element. As, right now I'm coming home and the only one that beats me is my dog. Yeah.
So you need your wife to be your inspiration and your fuel.
Yes. So therefore, it's no longer a want, TJ.
Yeah.
It's a need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree.
Yeah.
We never agree to nothing, but I agree with that for sure.
I mean, Kami, what do you think?
Well, no, I totally agree. I think my point earlier was to each his own, right? And so you have to want those things. You have to want, sometimes you get what you bring to the table, right? So if you come to the table aggressive, do you expect the other person to react all humble and sweet when you're acting all out? So you you have to give to receive, I guess, in other words. So me, I'm a strong, independent woman, but just what you just said, Pilo, I would like to have that in my life as well. I would like to have, my partner, he was just telling me that the maintenance guy is trying to get over on me. He's charging me $300 for something. Yeah. And I'm like, I agree to this guy's price because I'm a woman and I really don't know what you guys, how you see things, right? Because I'm a woman. I see things. All I know is I want the stuff fixed because I got a tenant in here and I need it fixed. So
right.
You guys bring to the table something that a woman needs, that protection, that guardianship. That's the thing that a woman would love to have. And that's the reason why she can be what you're looking for, Pilo, because she knows she got a provider that's taking care of her. You pay the bills. It'd be really nice that I can go to my apartment over here by the beach and don't have to worry about not being able to pay my rent because I know my man got my back. And so I know it's expensive, but look where you are. So I don't need anybody criticizing me. Oh, you live by the beach, that's why you pay so much. I don't need that. I'm where I want to be. I want to be able to get out, go down to, I live 3 blocks from the beach. I want to be able to walk to the beach when I get ready. So don't criticize me for wanting to have a nicer life. Or you're going to be in or out. So just because you have to kick out, and I just tell you, my ex-husband, one of them had 3. I remember that. I have 3 ex-husbands. So one of the ex-husbands.
Hey, Kami, I'm almost there with you. I'm almost there with you. That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
That's the Holy Trinity right there.
No, but the thing is, when he had to do something financially or something, he would get an attitude. But when it was my time to pay for something, or because we 50-50, it was no big deal. When it was my time to pay for stuff, I did it. No problem. Because I want him to feel like if he wanted something, he could count on me, right? And vice versa. I wanted it to be that same way too, but it wasn't. So when I needed something, if I wanted to put something extra in the basket, he had issues.
Yeah. I see why.
What do you mean by something extra in the basket? Like, what did
For instance,
be a
like
little more
we
specific?
used to, this guy, he never wanted to put, this particular husband, he wanted everything 50-50. He thought that was fair. So if you go into this relationship with this person, because I loved him, right? I married him because I loved him. So I'm going to do what it takes to try to make this relationship work, right?
Yeah.
So I firmly didn't believe in 50-50. I believed in what's yours is mine, mine is yours. Everything, my kingdom is your kingdom. That's how I feel. And so if we work together, we work hard and put our things together, we can accomplish anything. That's how I feel. This guy was 50-50. So when we go grocery shopping, he was putting in the steaks and he was putting in all this filet mignon and all this stuff in the bags.
Yeah.
And then I'm paying for it. And then when we go shopping and it's his time to pay for stuff, he was taking stuff out the basket. And the reason why he was taking out the basket, because he didn't make as much money as I did. So he really couldn't afford.
Was it ever 50-50 then?
And that was my point. You made the rules, but you didn't want to stick by them.
Did you knew he wanted to go 50-50 prior to you marrying that man?
We kind of found out that after we got married.
Okay, so
we kind of found out after we got married, because at first he did what it took to get in. He did what it took to get in.
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting flowers and loved my son. I mean, you know,
hit you with that bait.
There you go. He did everything it took to get in, and then once he got in, he got comfortable. And at that point, it just wasn't working out. At that point.
So, how long did you guys date prior to you guys getting married?
I think we dated probably about a year before we got married.
And not once you guys had that conversation of, hey, this might be something more serious than what we expected. We probably should talk about finances.
No. Okay, let me slow your roll down.
Okay.
with you're talking married men, right? We talking men.
Yeah.
I'm the type of woman that if my man is not where I'm at, I'm gonna help him get to where I am.
Okay.
So when I married this man, he didn't have a job.
Okay.
He just moved into the state. He came from New York. He just moved into Texas, and he was trying to get on his feet. So I'm already established. So I didn't mind helping my man get to where he needed to be. So that's why it took a little over a year before we even got married. So I knew what his finances was. You know, in New York, they didn't drive. I had 2 vehicles. So I happily gave my vehicle to my fiance at the time, I guess.
Yeah.
So he could get back and forth to work, so he can do what he needed to do. But he wasn't used to being in a relationship like that. Okay. And not to mention it was an interracial marriage. And he was just so selfish. It was all about him trying to survive. So we left on good notes. Anybody I'm with, you know, it's always a good note. And I felt like I helped him along the way. And we're still friends right today. But at the time, we went to counseling. I did everything I could to make it work. So I did everything you guys are saying that you need, that you men require or need from a relationship. I did that.
Was this your first husband?
It doesn't always work. Like I said, different people are different. And so if you got a man that's abusive, right? But here you are being nurturing, and he's still knocking the shit out of you. You know, women still go through that. So you again, you just because he's paying my bills, so I don't mind him giving me a black eye. You know, women go through that, so you have to be real careful on being selective. Like the lady in the video, like I said, she it's each individual. It's you know, you can't judge.
Kami, no, it's not individual. That's a fact.
No, you can't judge. I'm saying every relationship is different, so you can't judge. You guys might, everybody want that. Who does not want to be loved and nourished and being able to have somebody to come home to that's going to understand them and speak their language, right? So that's an individual thing. Everybody wants that. But some people come in, they're evil. They want to knock you around, or they want to pick a fight. I mean, I know a girl that loves to fight with her man. They wrestle just to fight, you know. But that was fun to them.
The UFC fighters.
I knew a few females like that.
And so, I mean, come on. Man. So that's a relationship that they like.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I had a question for you, Kami.
Go ahead.
Sure.
TJ.
So the dynamic that you described, was that your first marriage?
No, that was my last marriage.
Your last, okay. So I asked that for a reason. So like the other marriages, was it kind of like the same structure, or did you like flip it up depending on the person?
No, okay. So my first marriage was my high school sweetheart.
Okay.
And so we married our first year in college.
Okay.
And so we had a daughter, her, And then my second marriage was 12 years later. And I had my son. And he was an entrepreneur as well. And the only problem with that marriage was he was a good guy. He, had money and everything, but he was a compulsive liar. He was a cheater and a liar.
Okay.
And so, so each marriage, it was something that I couldn't, The first ex-husband, he ended up with a child a year behind our child.
Wow.
And I found out about it.
Okay.
So it wasn't presented, I could even get, oops, I slipped my dick into her. I could even get that. I didn't even get that much out of it.
Yeah.
Not even that. Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
Can I ask you something, Kami, with that relationship? How come, did you guys try to work it out? I mean, after you found out that he was cheating and had his kids or whatever.
Oh, no. No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
No. Because I had to find out on my own.
So what?
So if he would have told you, hey, I cheated,
said, so what?
Would it be different?
So what? So what? You found out.
If he would have been honest, if you do something and not honest now, you'll continue to be, so the trust factor was gone.
Maybe he needed
help. This is my high school sweetheart. Keep in mind.
Maybe what?
I knew who the woman was. She knew that we were in a relationship throughout school. I mean, then we find out it was other people too. So it wasn't just her. He has two sons named James, and all three kids are stir step. So the second James, and I stayed friends with him. I mean, I even babysitted the second James, so my daughter can see her brother. That's the type of person I am. But he just wasn't trustworthy, and he's. I hope he don't see this show. He's married right today, and he will tell you, because we talk, right? We have a daughter, and he would tell you, I tell all my girlfriends I'm married and I'm not leaving my wife. That's what I left.
That was his character the whole time.
The whole entire time.
Yeah.
Are you opposed to being married again for the fourth time? And let me ask you why I say that. Well, what you think about your answer, because that leads to my next question to you guys. So we talked about, do men need to be married? But the question I want to pose is, do women need to be married? So, do you, Kami, are opposed to being married again?
I'm gonna say I don't mind being married again, but I'm gonna say now I feel like God showed me that I didn't need to be married, that I could be successful on my own. Where at first I felt like I needed to be married, especially when I ended up with two children. You know, but each time I ended up being a single parent and had to provide for those children. And literally, judge telling me, I'm like, I don't want to have anything. I don't want child support. I don't want anything. And the judge going, it's not for you, it's for your child. I mean, I just wanted to just wipe those slates clean and just do it on my own.
Start fresh.
And start fresh, exactly. And so the third marriage, the first one we talked about, that was me being fresh, dating outside my race, because that person was a good guy. He really was. And he just had a hard life, if that makes sense. And I turned into Florence Nightingale. You don't know who that is, Jake. But Florence Nightingale, and I ended up feeling like I had to nurture this guy. I had to make sure that he was provided for, because he had such a hard life, and you know, he's from a different state, and he's going through this, and he's going, and I was just that person that was trying to pick up the pieces to help him. You know, he loved me and I loved him.
Right.
You know, that's no doubt about any of my marriages. We all loved one another. It's just things change.
Sometimes it's not enough.
Kami and Pilo, I got a question for both of you real quick. You both have said, you guys have been open about being married before in the past multiple times, right?
Yeah.
But I've realized that's always what that person did. Why the relationship didn't work because of that person. So out of curiosity for both of you, if you guys were to remarried, what would you change to better your next marriage?
Well, let me start with that.
Great question.
What would I change to make my marriage work the next time?
Yep.
Shit.
So even me, as you know, I've never been married, right? But I've been able to date, you know, women in the past, and I have realized that in every relationship you learn something different about you, about who you are, and you learn to not make those mistakes in your next marriage or in your next relationship, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what I asked both of you. You guys have been in multiple marriages before. At some point, have you guys ever sat down and said, okay, what am I doing wrong to make my relationship or my marriage not work?
Yeah, you know, and I thought about that in my last marriage, the marriage that just ended. I thought about that many times, and when she left, I've contemplated many times, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And then I realized, you know what, I didn't do shit wrong. I didn't do shit wrong. You know,
So
she
you
fucking
was-
left. She left. She left. She fell in love with somebody else. I'm just gonna say it. She's probably gonna deny it, but she fell in love with somebody else. She wanted.
So you wouldn't change anything
She had her little
into your
whole
next
phase, and she
relationship?
did it. Huh?
So you mean to tell me
You
your
wouldn't
first,
change anything into your next relationship?
No. TJ, TJ,
your
come on,
first
man.
marriage?
My first marriage was different, man. My first
So you
marriage, I
didn't
learned
do
a lot.
you didn't do shit wrong in neither of those situations. Nothing at all.
My first
Come
marriage,
on.
you know what, TJ? Let me tell you this.
I gotta hold you
And I'm-
accountable, man.
I know you do. And you know, we're honest in this podcast.
You my
We're
dog.
very honest.
Yeah.
We really
My
are.
first marriage, I cheated a lot. I cheated every second I get. Every second I had, I cheated.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just a bad cheater. I was a bad
A
husband.
mutt out here.
And a mutt, and I was a bad father. You know, he's not wrong. I was just a really, really bad individual.
Oh yeah.
With my first marriage. And my wife at that time was an awesome person. I took her for granted, and I cheated. And I lost that marriage. My second marriage was totally different. So, to answer your question, Jay, I've learned a lot from my first marriage. My first marriage, you know, horrible. Second marriage, I did everything possible that I thought I could do to make this work. Everything possible that I thought I could do. And did I make mistakes? Yes. I didn't cheat. But I made some mistakes. We're not perfect. You know, we learn through our mistakes.
Right.
But I guess that just wasn't good enough.
So
Yeah.
Don't get me started, man. Don't
is
get
this
me
the
started.
first time you ever got cheated on? That you
Yes.
know of? Okay.
That I know of,
So
yes.
now, it's funny because your first relationship, you said you cheated, right? And that's kind of not knowing what it felt like. Your second marriage, now you know what it feels like, right?
Absolutely.
So now going into your third, knowing that you cheated before.
Oh, there ain't no third. You know what third? There ain't no third.
If you were to marry for
There
a
ain't
third
no
time,
if.
right?
There's no if.
Okay, so if you were to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever you want to choose.
Strike three, then you out, Pilo. Come on now. Don't
out.
give up so quick.
Damn, Pilo, I'm sorry.
I think,
I'm sorry,
I think
Kami,
what
I guess you're out.
The
I
ballpark
think what
is closed.
JLC want to ask is,
Yeah.
this is a deep question. I don't know if you were
Yeah.
headed this way, Juan, but I think he's asking you do you think your second divorce is your karma for your first marriage?
You know what's funny? I had a conversation with my ex-wife, the first one that I cheated on. When this happened, she came over and she's consoling me. You know what? It's okay.
In what ways?
It's okay. But deep down inside, I felt that she wanted to just say, you know what? Fuck you. Now you know how that feels.
Yeah.
I can see it in her eyes. But she
You
didn't
felt
say
it.
it.
No, that's just guilt. That's all. That's just
No,
guilt.
she wanted to rub it in my face.
That was
She
just
wanted to
guilt.
rub it in my face. Because exactly the same thing I did to her happened to me, and she just wanted to see my face. Because I didn't see her again after that. I didn't see her again after that.
Yeah.
So she wanted to rub it in my face. But you know
Right.
what? To answer your question, Jay, and TJ, I believe in karma. I do. Was this karma? Possibly, because I was broken, completely broken.
Yeah.
And now I know how my ex-wife felt. Absolutely. Now
Okay.
going on to my
Again,
third
going forward?
relationship. What was that?
Would you cheat again going forward in your
No,
new
I didn't cheat
relationship?
again on this one. No, I haven't cheated in 16 years.
No.
know, I haven't cheated.
Since you cheated before, I'm saying now going forward, now knowing that you know how it feels like, would you cheat on your next relationship?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, my next relationship, hopefully it's somebody that, you know, that I cherish, I love. And, you know, right now I'm just not living the bachelor life, but I'm living the single life because I ain't got enough money to be a bachelor. But
Yeah,
living
it's
a
a rich
single
man's
life,
game, man.
it's a rich man game. And I
Gotta have
don't
some money. Yeah.
You definitely got to have some money.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
It gets
You
expensive
know what,
really
but
quick.
Kami, that's a great question. You know, Kami, what do you think?
Well, you know what? like you were saying, you kind of ask the question, what did you do wrong? You know, so the first time, you know, what did I do so wrong that my husband cheated?
Third time is a charm, by
Is it?
Right.
Is it though?
Yeah, that's my word. The third time is a charm. And so, I don't know, you look at yourself first, right? You look at what did you do wrong? What could you have done differently? And honestly, there's no way I could have done anything differently. You know, this was my high school sweetheart, you know. I gave it up to him, you know. I trusted him. And then, you know, we got married, we got pregnant, and, you know, I was still trying to go to school, right? So there was nothing I could have done differently. He just decided that he wanted to get out there and do what he wanted to do. And like we said, I kind of brought up earlier, you know, this is still the man's character. You know, that's him. And there's nothing on earth. He had the best upbringing. Parents were wonderful. You know, it was just him. That was his personality. He was a nice looking guy, and he knew it. You know, at the end of the day, he knew it. And so we still get along right today. We still talk. But it's just that I blame myself. You know, I blame myself because I always wanted my child to grow up with her dad. You know. And my daughter, she suffered from it. She really did. She always, you know, she wanted her dad's love. And I wanted to make sure that my kids didn't want or miss the fathers. And so, and the same thing with my son. And, you know, it's like I didn't want to repeat this thing with this next husband. 12 years later, my kids are 12 years apart. And this guy ended up being a compulsive liar. And I'm just going to give y'all this. My ex-husband, second ex-husband, he moved out of this woman's house to my house. And we dated a long time. I'm talking almost 2 years. He moved from the house that he lived in, said he was moving with his best friend and his best friend's wife. Come to find out, there was no best friend. The house that he had, his parents moved into his home. And so you're thinking, oh, this is a great guy. He's moving with his best friend and his best friend's wife, so his parents can have his home while their foundation is being fixed on their home, right? So you're thinking this is a great guy and this is what he's doing to help his family. And come to find out, I'm pregnant. We got married Christmas Eve. He moved from this lady's house to my house. And keep in mind, I've been to that house a couple of times. It looked like it was just a roommate's house. I could have got killed, you know? So I had my baby. My baby was premature. We got married Christmas Eve. The first husband I got married, Valentine's. No, I got married. Oh, Halloween. First husband, Halloween. Second husband, Christmas Eve. And third husband, Valentine's Day. So we get married. I'm a holiday guy.
Married on holiday?
Yeah, there you go. No more holidays for me.
Maybe on the fourth one, Kami, you wouldn't want to marry on a holiday.
Yeah, well, I'm holidayed out.
That'll be the forever one.
I'm holidayed out. So this guy, he ended up not coming home New Year's Eve. He didn't come home. Keep in mind, I just had the baby and everything. His kid moved in with us in my beautiful townhome. His kid moved in. And again, he was staying with his best friends and his best friend's wife, and his parents were in his home. So after their foundation got fixed, we were going to be moving to his home, right? He didn't come home, so I called the house that he was living in, and the lady almost had a baby. She was like, I said, this is his wife. And the lady started hyperventilating. His what? His what? I'm like, this is the wife. And then she goes, did you just have the baby? And I was like, yes. Damn. And she said, I bought all those gifts for your baby shower. He said that your baby was his godson.
Wow.
Damn.
You know what? That's a player move right there.
He got played.
That's a player move right there.
Liar. Compulsive liar.
He wasn't a player. You know why?
Why not?
Because he lied. I feel like true players could tell the truth and still get what they want.
This guy.
Give a person an option. You know, that's player.
And then Jay.
Wow.
We still went to counseling after that. After that, we still went to counseling.
Oh, wow.
And guess what the counselor said? Because we were getting an annulment. You know, the judge made us go to counseling.
Yeah.
And the counselor said, this man can't say the same story twice. She said, I'm going to make sure that you get your annulment. So I got an annulment from that.
Wait, so an annulment, that means how long were you guys married?
We didn't stay married. We got married Christmas Eve. And he left, didn't come home New Year's Eve.
Damn,
What
so
the
wait.
hell? Wow.
Yeah.
But damn it, I don't mean to. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
And
So hold on.
that's my past. You know,
So
nothing I can do about
married
it.
no, that's hey.
Yeah.
You know, 10-day marriage.
My son's 27 now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
There you
Damn.
go.
That's well. Okay.
So,
Sorry.
So
Right.
again,
Yeah.
I was that woman trying to figure out
Yeah.
what did I do wrong for this guy to be doing me this way. You always blame yourself, right? You always try to see what you can do.
Yeah.
So answering your question, Jay, sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it is the other person. Now you have to decide, and that's what I'm saying. Like this long period now,
Yeah.
I have learned about myself. I have dated myself. I have learned how to provide anything that I want for myself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I want a business, I'm going to build my business. If I want to do this, I'm going to do it. And you tell me I can't do it, that makes me want to do it even more. So that's the woman that was the naive girl that had the baby, and you got 2 other kids almost the same age your child. You know, that from that young person.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kami, the strong, independent woman.
I think Kami's a unicorn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A unicorn?
Yeah, you're very rare perspective, because I feel like most women, and I'm not to bash any women, but I feel like most women don't have that mentality. Like, I guess with the premise of the program, I feel like every man gets married for the same reason, but I feel like women get married for different reasons, multiple reasons, you know. So
What reason would that be, TJ?
say that
That's
What reason would that be?
security
again. Plenty of
blanket.
reasons, you know, security.
Somebody to
like
pay the bills.
security blanket. Yep, financial stability. It could be daddy issues, low self-esteem. You feel like you need to be with somebody, especially this economy, man. Like we were saying the last episode that I guess bad girl behavior is rewarded in society, and men just have to tolerate that, and they look for somebody to take care of them. And it's just like, whether we have a woman in our lives or not, men are going to make it happen. I'm not saying women can't make it happen, but just I'll use Kami, for example. So if you had a man, right, who was like, I could retire you. He's a multimillionaire. He says, I could retire you today. You don't got to ever work or ever pay anything, unless you want to, of course. Would you just let him do that, or would you still just be on the grind and still make sure you got your own? And
You know me. I'm going to be on the grind.
yeah,
I mean, but you know what? I would take the time to enjoy him too, though. You know,
Right,
I wouldn't, you know, if we're going to go on vacation and things like that, you know, I have a team, the team we have here, I know that I can trust, you know, and so if I wanted to leave or do something with my spouse, I'm going to do it, because life is too short, right? And I want to enjoy every moment I can with that right person. And so if that makes him happy, that's what I'm going to do, you know? Because I am that woman, though, that my man is first, you know, because that's the way it's supposed to be, I feel like, you know, even though I'm equal, and I might, even if I make more money, you know, my man is still a king. And that's just kind of how it is with me.
Well, let me read real quick what Gloria made a comment. And she said, do you feel like you could have been more present for him and the relationship? Because I'm assuming she says, because I was the same thing in my marriage, and I feel like there are things I could have done differently to prevent it. I'm assuming this is a question for you, Kami. Do you feel like you could have been more present for him and the relationship? I'm not really sure, Gloria. I'm not really sure what relationship you're talking about. She had three marriages.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you feel?
You know what? She could be right. I do know, though, like with the first marriage, I was there. You know, he wasn't there. that was the problem. He was on the prowl all the time. I'm there pregnant, with the mother-in-laws and the mother and the grandparents, So I was there. He was not there. The second marriage, again, that was so quick, We had fun dating the whole entire time, when he was sneaking out or whatever he was doing at that time. So I was there as much as I could be, but I was on my grind for my businesses then. My business is 31 years old. And so, like I said, he was an entrepreneur and I was an entrepreneur with the second husband. And the third husband, it just didn't work out. Him and my daughter didn't get along. He and my son got along really well, but my daughter, which was a teen at the time, they just didn't get along. It was just too much stress and drama with that marriage.
Let me ask you guys a question. And so we've talked about when, if a man needs to be married, some of you, most of you, said your piece. But now let's say, for example, a man married doesn't need his wife for any financial needs or anything, materialistic.
Yeah.
The man is screwing up. The man is messing up. The man is having issues. It could be emotional. It could be mental. It could be spiritually. It could be intellectual, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that it's a woman's responsibility to help that man get through whatever it is that he's going through?
Yeah.
JOC, you've been quiet. Let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're having issues, man. We're having issues. So, is it the girl's responsibility? She really has nothing to do in the marriage as far as,
So you're having issues like financially or just emotionally or how
anything. Let's say, for example, the man is having anger issues. He has a job that's very stressful. Is very angry. He comes home angry. Do you feel that the woman has a responsibility to treat that man, to make sure that he's good, make sure that he's okay, make sure that he's willing, he's gonna be able to elevate.
You know what? Absolutely. I think she's my girlfriend or she's my wife. I if I'm having a hard day at work and I come home, maybe a simple back scratch is gonna drop me down from 100 to 0 to 30, whatever the case is. Or maybe I just want some alone time on the game, and she makes me some dinner, brings me a beer, whatever the case is. But yeah, sometimes she doesn't have to say anything, but her presence goes a long way.
Yeah,
right. It is everything. Maybe I just want to, she can be watching her TV, her Love Island or whatever show she's into. I just want to lay down on her lap, and take a nap. No words have to be said, but it falls down to peace. That's peace, and every man is different. Everybody has their different type of peace. Now if maybe I want to talk about it, maybe I'm like, hey, you know what, I got fired at work or I might get laid off or whatever the case is, then yeah. But if I don't want to talk about it, I just want to lay down with you and enjoy your company. That is me relieving my stress. You're doing a lot more than what you think you are by just being there, by just having your presence there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Well, TJ, let me ask you the same thing.
Yeah.
What is the woman's responsibility then?
I think your original question was, is the woman responsible? To an extent, I feel like nobody's responsible, whether you're married or not, nobody's responsible for your individual trauma or trials and tribulations. Like, I'm not gonna, if I'm in a relationship and I'm going through it financially or whatever, or I'm having a hard time feeling motivated and finding my purpose, it's not my wife's responsibility to figure that out. As a man, I have to stand on 10 toes and figure it the fuck out. What I do need is support, understanding, love. Like, baby, do you need anything? Like, or, I got you on this or that. Little increments of different things, but do I rely on that woman wholeheartedly to get me out of the hole? Absolutely not. Because we're not responsible for other people. Even when you're married, you're a union, but you're still individuals. You had a life before her, she had a life before you. And to put that responsibility on one person to get you out of the hole or in a dark place like that, I think that's unfair and it's irresponsible, and it's making you lack accountability for yourself. So I do, to an extent, but I feel like 80% of it, you got to get yourself out of it. And like Juan was saying, like, we could be chilling watching a movie. I may not be saying shit. You can be giving me a massage, making me a nice warm cooked meal while I'm looking for a new job, or while, just pretty much filling up my cup, that's empty, but I'm still doing the work myself. So, I really believe in that. Like, at the end of the day, you're a support system. Just like I'm a support system for that woman when she's down. But she can't rely on me to single-handedly pull her out of it.
Right, right. How about you, Kami? What do you think? Do you?
No, I
do you
totally
feel
agree with TJ. I really do. You're not responsible. I'm not responsible for anybody. You know, my kids are grown now, and at this point, my baby is my studio, my book that I'm working on. My baby is whatever that makes me happy and that I'm accountable for. Right. And so, but I do believe in nurturing. I do believe in the support system. I always ask people on my shows all the time, you know, celebrities or whoever I'm talking to, what type of support system do you have? Who is your support system? And I ask that for a reason, because I feel like every successful person has a support group, some type. You know, if it's calling the neighbor, your godmother, your godfather, your friend, your cousin. You know, I feel like if you got one person in your corner, one person that helped lift you up, you're good. You're good. You got God and you got that person. You know? And so I feel like as long as you have that, you got your check and balances. You might need more, but I do feel like that's a start. So relationship wise, needing, I would love to have a person in my life that supports what I'm doing, and I can support what they're doing. 100%.
Absolutely. Well, Gloria said on a comment that she's saying women can do the same.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Want the same.
Yeah.
Do you think women can do the same as men? Is that what?
No. Not exactly the same that you do, but a woman can provide. She can work, right? She make her own money. She can buy toys to play with herself. You know, she don't have to have a man.
It's not the same.
It's not the same, but I'm saying it's still.
Those women are single. Those women will never ever.
Well, it's still the same of how we started off with this show, right? We started off, you know, do a woman. A woman can do the same thing a man can do, in some ways. Put it that way, not the whole entire thing, because you know a woman can't do for me what a man can do. Just putting it out there, but I know what you're saying.
Not what a woman can do for you, Kami. It's what a woman can do the same thing. I guess what she's trying to get at, she was asking or saying that a woman can do the same thing a man can do, as far as in the relationship wise, you know how we talked about the man is the breadwinner and all this stuff. She's saying that a woman can do the same thing. Yeah. And I disagree. I totally disagree.
Yeah.
Why?
But what do you think?
I'm with Pilo on that one. If you're in a dark alley, walking with your girl, and you see, you know, this shady character, this shaded figure, looking like he finna approach you and rob you, would you rather be with your homegirl, or would you rather have your man with you? How more secure do you feel?
JOC.
Yeah. Well, so I feel real secure with my man, for sure. But let me tell you something. If I'm with my man and we get pulled over by the police, and the police starts treating my man like shit, and he can't defend himself, how helpless do you think I'll feel?
Very helpless. You mean
what about you, Jay?
What do you mean? What do you mean defend himself from what? Like the cop is actually like
the cop is beating the shit out of you, and he's mistreating you. He's treating you any kind of way, and only just for a traffic stop, and you didn't even really do anything.
Right. So the question is, what would you do as a woman? Well, I mean,
how should I feel as a woman when my man is sitting here helpless and he can't do anything? So if he can't protect himself from that, how can he protect me? Because now this police officer done beat the shit out of you, and now they starting in on me. What can you do?
I mean, that's a very uphill battle right there, because you're talking about law enforcement. You know, there's not really much.
But not just law enforcement, but well, I use that as an example. Yeah. I'm saying stuff like this happens all the time.
So I'll tell you this.
So the man down the street is a thug or a dope dealer or whatever. If I'm walking with him and that thug approach my man and my man can't protect me, from that thug.
Yeah.
Again, as a woman, if you're a weak little, you can't protect yourself, and he can't protect you. What do you do then?
You do nothing, Kevin. What are you saying? You're going to protect your man? Do you want to protect your man?
No. I probably can't protect him.
Yeah.
But I'm saying women have to learn how to be strong, in other words. So now my man has just got him mutilated in front of everyone. You know, he know now that he can't protect me or himself. So now he's down on himself. Yeah. Now he's feeling bad about himself. Now he's feeling, the cop beat the shit out of me and then I could do about it. Or the neighbor, whoever this big buff guy is, and I couldn't protect myself and I look bad in front of my wife or my woman. So the women have to work extra just to make sure you guys are okay. Does that make sense?
No, I disagree on this one.
Yeah. Women do. Women dumb themselves. This is something you probably don't know. A lot of women dumb themselves down just to make sure that their men are on top.
Here's what I realized, Kami. This is the first interaction together. You're a very independent woman, right? I feel like in your position, you don't need a man. You don't. We started this topic by saying, do you want a man or do you need a man? You would like a man, but then you don't need a man, right? So I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna keep it 100. It's gonna be very hard for you as a woman to find a man, because me, I'm in my 20s. I'm a young man, but I don't want an independent woman. My girlfriend.
Kami, just for the record, Kami, I do.
JLC, you wouldn't date Kami?
You know what? Listen, man. I'm always looking for sugar. I'm always looking for sugar mama somewhere, but But here's the thing, Kami, and this is why I say this, right? My girlfriend, she was in her last marriage very independent, right? And I personally didn't like that, so I had to show her, teach her why it's okay to be submissive, right? You brought up the topic of, okay, what if we're walking down the street and shit's about to hit the fan, you're about to get jumped, about to get a whooping coming. I told my girl, I'm not gonna put you in that position. If I know I'm gonna take a whooping, I'm gonna make sure you're safe. Either if I give you the keys and you have to go somewhere, run the block, whatever. But I'll take the whooping, no problem. I'm not gonna let you be the one to also take one as well. So if I have to fight knowing I'm gonna lose, I'm fighting knowing I'm gonna lose. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I might lose, but one thing she won't say is he was a coward. One thing she won't say is, damn, he ran away from the fight. Well, so now from there, as my girlfriend, that's up to you to be like, hey, you know what? Either my man's a piece of shit because he fought 2, 3, 4 guys and didn't win, or hey, you know what? My man defended me as much as he could and he fought on the sword.
Yeah.
So Jay, it goes back to the woman. It's not the woman, it's him. He feels ashamed because that happened, or he feels ashamed because he couldn't take care of her. I mean, so that was my point. My point was the woman still will be there for the man. The woman will still try to make sure he understands that he is the man. And a lot of times it doesn't work.
You're absolutely right. It doesn't work. I feel like, especially in that type of scenario, I feel like the woman comes up to, like, the woman will think in their mind, oh, well, my man couldn't defend me in that scenario, so how is he supposed to defend me? He says he can defend me, but he proved to me he couldn't. So now, as a woman, do you go out and find another man that can?
No, you stick with that one and try to make sure he understands that you understand that whole situation. You understand that whole scenario, you couldn't control that. Yeah. You had nothing to do with that. Unless you did do something and stole some drugs or something and got caught. But other than that, I mean, we're having a date out and you got these bullies or this police officer. You had nothing to do with that. You could. The woman understands that you were in a position where you couldn't defend her, right? So why would she hold that against you? But some women do. Again, it goes back to each individual.
At least a good woman.
It's funny because I
feel like it's about intent. If your woman sees that you're actively putting up a fight, even if you're fighting 3 or 4 dudes, and obviously they're going to get the best of you. You're outnumbered. But your woman sees that you at least tried and you didn't sit there and succumb to what they were trying to do. Like, and you just sat there like a bitch. Like you fought 4 or 5 dudes, you know, they got the best of you, but your heart prevailed at the end of the day. You tried. So it's all about intention, because I mean, if it was one guy, you probably would have got him, you know. But I just feel like the conversation about men and women, so many people want to say men and women can do the same things and they're the same, and I just disagree with that. Like, men and women are different. However, we're on the same team. The man, for example, you have a point guard on the team. He facilitates the offense. He distributes the ball, runs the plays. Then you have a power forward who's responsible for playing defense, getting rebounds. The shooting guard, he scores. We're all in the same position. We have different strengths and weaknesses. However, that doesn't make anyone greater or less than. But are we the same? No, we're completely different. We just play
Totally
different roles. And I feel like people need to realize that. We're not saying women are less than because we're saying we're not the same. We have different primary agencies that we provide. And that's just how people got to look at it. Because realistically, a woman isn't physically stronger than a man in most cases. I mean, I have seen some burly women out there who could probably whoop all 3 of us easily. But that's like the exception. There's exceptions to every rule. However, that's not the majority. In the majority of situations, men are stronger. Men can do things better physically than a woman. And women can do things better from an emotional, intellectual standpoint. But we just have to value each other's strengths and let each other do what we do, so we can all win. We're on the same team. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
And that's a relationship. That's the whole point. You know. Of making it happen, working together. So I totally agree with that, TJ.
Well, on that note, gentlemen, ladies, if you guys have any comments, any disagreements, any agreements, write it down in the comments area, write it down in the chat area, and we will be more than happy to read it on the next one. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great, unfortunately, we're out of time, but thank you to Miss Kami Grayson.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me on the show. It was fun.
It was a pleasure. Yeah. Thank you.
But when I found out, when I heard that Kami said yes, she's going to come on the podcast, I was so excited.
I got excited.
I was really excited. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
You're always a treat.
Yeah, you're part of the family, Kami, and
anytime you need me, just give me a call.
Nice. So, thank you, gentlemen.
Kami will get you right.
Right. Jay, nice meeting you too.
Yeah. You too, Kami. Nice meeting you. Hey, out of curiosity, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you to, maybe get some AI help, or just want to reach out to you and get some more advice?
You know what, Jay? I'm Googleable.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
And I'll write her information down in the comment section.
So just Google Kami Grayson and you can find me.
You're going to find all her pages. She has like 15 Facebook pages.
I'm Googleable. You can use that too. I'll let you use it, TJ.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm going to get at you about that, the AI stuff, for real. I'm trying to take it over that field, so.
Well, let's do... while we're at it, let's do final thoughts. So, JOC, we're going to start with you, man. What's your final... Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Jay, we almost forgot. We have Hater of the Week.
Another we do got Hater of the Week.
Yeah, we have Hater of the Week. TJ, come on.
We got company, man.
Oh, come on.
What is this? Hater of the Week. What's that?
Hater of the Week. So, Hater of the Week is somebody that just hates. That's just hating on us, right? So not necessarily on us, but just a hater. We just don't.
It's funny. It's funny because it's very funny. I've been thinking about this. I know you and me, Pila, have spoken, trying to get a little bit more specific on this type of topic. But I think this is a perfect time, especially about what we were talking about today. That the hater of the week goes to all the men and women out there that don't hold themselves accountable to their own actions. Mm-hmm. I think it's very simple. At the end of the day, we have to remember dating or marriage. It takes two. It takes two to work. So you have to. Me as a man have to hold myself accountable for my actions. Kami, as a woman, you feel like you have to hold yourself accountable for your actions, and at the end of the day, we both have to hold each other accountable for our actions. Right. So head of the week goes for all the guys out there, all the women out there that don't hold themselves accountable, and want to blame other people for their own mistakes.
Yeah,
do better, guys. Do better.
That's been Hater of the Week because it's so damn easy. to blame somebody else for your downfalls. It's so easy to blame somebody else for your mistakes. So easy to blame somebody for your... let me stop, man. All right. So let's start with let's do final thoughts, guys. It's been great, Kami. Thank you again for coming on to the podcast. And again, if anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, anything, just write it down in the chat area. So JOC, we're gonna do final thoughts. We're gonna start with you.
Final thoughts for today. Honestly, this is a good podcast. It was very soft. And what I mean by that is we all kind of stood on the same page to the majority of the topic.
Yeah.
There was no. We didn't challenge each other as much, which is okay at times, So definitely enjoyed it. I feel like it was good getting Kami's point of view and hearing her story. It's the first time we met, so it was very nice. So I appreciate you, Kami, for hopping on the podcast for sure.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Absolutely. All right, TJ, what you got, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, this whole men versus women shit is whack, man. Like, men need women, and women need men. We need each other. So all this blue pill, red pill bullshit, let's just dead that. Like, compromise, know that we need each other to make each other better. And I just want to see more of that, man. Like, it's destructive. I want to see more families and more relationships and less baby mamas and chaos out here, because it's crucial out here. So just keep that in mind. It's not a war, like, society's trying to put us against each other, men versus women, not knowing that if we all come together and love each other, like, everything else will prevail for itself.
Absolutely. I said better myself. Miss Kami Grayson, any final thoughts on anything we talked about today?
Well, let me see. One final thought is, TJ better not invite me anymore without telling me to get a drink. That's one.
Oh,
sorry. I got you next time.
Damn, TJ dropped the ball on that one.
Well, I'm telling you, man. I just felt so. Look, I didn't even want to hold my bottle of water, man. And I got wine, and I have a blue wet bar right here at the studio, and I could.
But Kami, you got to one up him. You got to have a sexier. TJ has the sexiest drinks, so you got to one up him.
Oh, see,
so that's gonna be.
Yeah, I could have put a little umbrella or something in there, a little pelican on something, or I could have done something,
Yeah.
But that's just how it turned out to be this time.
Okay,
so but my thoughts for today was I felt like what we said needed to be heard. I feel like you're right. A woman can't be a man, and a man can't be a woman. And in relationships, you have to make those relationships happen. You have to nurture them. You're not gonna just gel. You have to work at it to make it gel, right? And so all the ups and downs, everything you've done, we've talked about looking at ourselves, and Jay brought that up. Did you feel like you were the one that made the mistake, or do you own up to it, right? So we were saying that at the end of the day, you need to be happy. Life is too short. I just did a retrospective of 3 women who were tenants, and one girl. We did a girl trip when I got my convertible to Myrtle Beach. All 3 of these ladies have died of cancer. Died of cancer. And one was like 35. So tomorrow is not promised. And so if you're gonna keep beating yourself up and feeling like you don't deserve, you need to go back to this person, that person is gone for a reason. And just leave that person in the past, okay? And move forward with your life. And Pilo, I'm speaking kind of up to you on this one, because I've been where you are. And so you're a great man, and life is still ahead. Life is still ahead, right? Do what you need to do, get over it, and pick up the pieces and keep God first.
That's right.
Once you got that combination, you can't go wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't go wrong. So I feel like this was a great show. The topic needed to be heard, and thank you guys for inviting me to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kami, for coming on.
Thank you for
Absolutely. Kami the Great podcast queen. Let's go one more applause for Miss Kami Grayson. Thank you, Miss Kami Grayson. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, JOC. Thank you for all the elite viewers out there. If you have any questions, please write it down in the comments. Please like, subscribe, share this podcast, let people know that we're out there, and please join us whenever we have these podcasts, because your participation means a lot to us. So with that being said, everybody here at the Elite Talk Studios, thank you. Until the next one.
Until the next one.
Peace.
Bye, guys.